Lying in Plain Sight podcast.
Ever heard of a nuclear verdict? It's like a legal judgment,
Right.
but so huge.
Yeah.
It sends shockwaves through a whole industry.
Absolutely.
That's what happened to Schneider National,
Oh, yeah.
one of the biggest trucking companies in America.
One of the biggest, for sure.
Back in June 2024,
Uh-huh.
$47 million verdict landed on their doorstep.
Wow.
And today we're going to unpack why.
I'm excited for this one.
Me too.
You might not think trucking impacts you directly,
Right.
but it's the backbone of how everything gets around.
Yeah, it really is.
When a company that big has this kind of judgment against it,
Yeah,
there are ripple effects.
for sure.
We're talking about more than just one accident.
Right.
This deep dive is about systemic issues that can affect us all.
Exactly. And it's not like Schneider is some small startup.
No, not at all.
They've been around since 1935.
Wow.
Publicly traded, hauling countless loads across the country every day.
Yeah, every day.
So where did this massive judgment come from? It all goes back to a tragic crash in August 2017.
A very sad story.
Yeah.
Owner-operator Jarvis Nance Sr. was killed
Oh, wow.
after pulling over on the side of the interstate with a disabled truck.
Lying in Plain
Initially, there was a lot of
Sight
confusion
podcast.
about what happened.
Really?
Yeah. The police reports focused on another vehicle hitting Mr. Nance, and it wasn't clear if a Schneider truck was even involved.
Talk about a tangled mess.
Right.
So how did the investigation shift to point the finger at Schneider?
Well, piece by piece, the evidence started to build a compelling case against one of their drivers,
Okay.
Daryl Joachim.
Okay.
Think GPS data from his truck,
Uh-huh.
interviews with witnesses,
Okay.
even data from his Qualcomm system.
No, what's that?
That's the onboard computer many trucks use.
Gotcha.
Contradicted his initial statements.
Almost like a detective story,
Yeah,
where the clues slowly come together.
exactly.
But there's one detail that really blows my mind.
You must mean the Facebook Live incident.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Just days before the fatal crash,
Uh-huh.
Joachim was live streaming himself driving, bragging about his skills,
Oh, no.
and then bam,
Yeah.
he crashes into a pole.
Seriously. Talk about foreshadowing.
I know, right?
It's hard not to question his driving abilities.
Yeah.
After seeing something like that.
It makes you think.
For sure.
That's a big takeaway here.
What's that?
Driver competence and training.
Yeah.
The jury ultimately put 100% of the blame for the crash
Oh,
on Schneider and Joachim,
wow.
leading to that massive $47 million payout.
It's a huge amount of money.
It is.
But to understand why the verdict was so huge,
Yeah,
we need to look beyond just this one incident.
I agree.
Okay, let's unpack that.
Let's do it.
Was this just a freak accident?
Well,
Or is there a pattern of unsafe practices at Schneider?
there's definitely more to the story.
Okay, I'm listening.
We dug into data from a firm that specializes in these types of cases.
Oh, really?
And who's that?
Wisner Baum.
Okay.
And the numbers are pretty alarming.
Like what?
Over a 2-year period, Schneider trucks were involved in over 900 crashes.
Whoa, 900.
900.
That's an average of more than one crash per day.
It is.
And we're not talking fender benders, are we?
No, 22 of those crashes were fatal,
Oh, wow.
and hundreds more involved injuries.
Oh, geez.
They also racked up tons of safety violations,
Like,
speeding, unsafe driving, violating hours of service rules.
Right.
The list goes on.
Wow.
And here's the kicker.
What's that?
Their vehicle out of service rate,
Okay.
meaning trucks deemed unsafe to operate,
Right.
was actually better than the national average.
Wait, so even with a supposedly good maintenance record,
Right.
they're still having all these accidents.
Yeah.
That's really unsettling.
Is it?
It makes you wonder what's going on behind the scenes at Schneider.
Exactly.